Donald Trump is being sued over the SNAP benefits. So the Democrats in a multi-state lawsuit on October 28th filed a lawsuit against Donald Trump and the administration and the USDA because the SNAP benefit program is supposed to lapse on November 1st. And 42 million people approximately are going to go without food. I'm going to break this down for you guys because I know you guys don't like to do research. I like to do research. So this is the deal. So I'm going to make it real simple. So the bill, the continuing resolution bill, that means this is the bill from the last time, the Democrats won't sign it because they're saying that they want $1.3 million for illegal migrant health care and they want $5 billion for foreign aid of some sort. And because that's not in the continuing bill, they won't sign it. They voted 13 times. We are not signing it. No. But the SNAP program money is in that bill. And what they're suing for is they're saying that the administration and the USDA cannot lapse the SNAP benefits because 42 million people are going to go without food. All they need to do is sign the bill because that's where the money is. So fiscal year 2026 budget for the SNAP program is in that bill. That bill is a budget. It's a government budget with all the things in it and all the money that's going to be allocated for all the things, including SNAP program and all the other programs. They have to approve that so Trump can sign that and then we're good. They won't because their stuff's not in it. Their stuff meaning the 1.3 trillion for the free healthcare and the $5 billion from foreign aid. They're saying put that in there and we'll sign it. The thing is, the government would be open because they could have signed this thing 7 weeks ago, and there would have never been a threat for the SNAP program to go away. So they're saying in their lawsuit, well, because there's no money in 2025. That year's done. There's no money left. So this is the money for fiscal 2026, and they haven't approved it. They, meaning the Democrats, they've said no because their shit's not in it. So they're saying, well, in their lawsuit, their claim is that the USDA can use a contingency reserve fund that's assigned to that program to feed the people. The thing is, you cannot use a reserve and a contingency that's not been approved. So you have a fund and then you have a backup fund. When this fund gets depleted, you go here. They haven't gone here because it's not approved. So how could they, and read the lawsuit, Google it. How can the Dems tell the USDA and the Trump administration, just use the reserve, just use the contingency when none of it's been approved? So you want them to feed $42 million with money that nobody has? Nobody meaning us. That's what they're saying. There's a contingency. There's a reserve fund. The SNAP program doesn't need to lapse. 42 million people don't need to go hungry. You're right. All they have to do is approve the bill, the continuing resolution bill, the CR, and none of this would be happening. To make people now think that there's some reserve, there's some contingency money that Trump and the USDA could be using. That's not true. The only reason why that program is lapsing November 1st is because there's no more money in the 2025 fund. The money is spent and the contingency is spent. Do you know why the contingency is spent? You take a guess. It's because they overspent because they were giving some people free stuff. So when the Americans needed the food stamps and weren't qualifying, it was because all that money was going to the illegal migrants, and now there's no more money. The well is dry. Just use the reserve from next year. How are you doing that? Like, do you balance your checkbook? How do you use money that you don't have? And all they have to do is approve the CR and the SNAP benefits will not pause. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand now? So their suit is frivolous. It makes no sense. And I'm not an attorney, but I can read. So you guys let me know down in the comments. Did you know this? Because, there's how they like to omit things. So they just give you a piece of what their version is, but they don't give you the whole story. Because in all their talking points, they're not saying that they're asking the USDA and the Trump administration to spend 2026 reserve money before the regular fund is even funded. They're not saying that part. Let me know down in the comments. All they have to do is approve the bill. But they're so hell-bent. They're like, if we don't get our money. And my other thing that I was thinking about, so while they're so hell-bent on the SNAP benefits, so say you give them food, you get money from somewhere, cool. They still can't pay their mortgage because the federal workers are still not getting paid. So what's the concern for them feeding themselves because it's the holidays? So they'll be eating their turkey in their car? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you know the real story of the lawsuit, or were you just hurrahing over the fact that the administration and the USDA was being sued by the Democrats? Let me know down in the comments.